Defensively, where does Rutgers rank as far as challenges you guys?
Second. Yeah, they're really good, and the thing that is most impressive about Rutgers defense is their activity and their ability to get deflections, and it's going to be very important. We can't just drive into a pile and expect to be able to complete passes. We have to come in under control, one less dribble, and make a simple play. They've got great length across the board, and they make it very difficult on you to score. So it's going to be an important game to take care of it, have to take care of it early. We can't let them get out in transition and get easy baskets with careless turnovers, and we really have to value the ball. Our first half against Wisconsin, it can't happen like that. If we drive in there and expect to be able to make plays in traffic, it's going to be an ugly game, and it's going to get ugly early. So just have to take great care of the ball and hopefully get good shots up on the board every possession.
Do you sense a bounce after just from your team today after Saturday's win?
Well, it's one of those things. I mean, we've had a lot of games in a short amount of time, and we had some fatigue yesterday, and really that was sensed early, and it was really a recovery day for our guys. And they did a lot of mobility. They did a yoga session after just to try to really recover their bodies. And it was really a mental type day. We put in the game plan, and we put in a couple things against their defense that we're going to see tomorrow night. And then today we got up and down and went live and tried to make it as physical as possible. Our scout team did a really good job of being physical and, getting active, getting up underneath us, which we're going to see tomorrow. But it's a very difficult thing to simulate. With that, but it's just all about right now at this time of the year with the schedule the way it's been. A lot of it's mental preparation and mental toughness. Have to find a way to put it behind you. It was an awesome win, a great atmosphere. Very emotional, I think, for a lot of guys. For Blaze to go out there and do what he did, and now you got to find a way to put it behind and bounce back with a great effort. This is a very difficult place to play. We know that. And, the schedule the way it's been, I think this is our third time to the East Coast in the last couple weeks. So just got to find a way to go out there. I'm glad it's a late game, and, we're going to get back late, but we got a little time to catch our breath after this one where it's been a lot of games in a short amount of time. So got to find a way to leave it all out there to hopefully give ourselves a chance.
Speak more specifically to what you saw from Blaze and the way he was able to impact that game in the second half.
Well, it allowed us to play really one-on-one in the post, and, Derek, we really have to do a good job of trying to protect him early in games, and we missed a couple very basic rotations early in that game. And this is something going back to June that we put in with this defense is rotating out of the double team, and we just did not do a very good job in the first half. In the second half, what Blaze gives us is the opportunity to play one-on-one with the post up, and that kept us closer to their shooters, and it did a much better job. And I think the last 20 minutes of the game, we held him to 17 points. And, Blaze just did everything for us. He took a big charge late in the game. He had great hand activity on the post with his pressure, and he really rebounded the ball at a high rate. So, it was great to see him out there. He and Derek, obviously, that was a game we could go big with Wall at the 4 and with Crowell at the 5. We're not going to be able to do that every game, but we certainly will have lineups out there where we're going to play big and just throw maybe different defenses out there against it. But I was really pleased with the way that lineup looked. We really went with 6 guys in the second half, and it was a really fun afternoon, I think, for a lot of people in that building, and just really proud of the effort our guys gave, and most specifically with Blaze.
How's his ankle feeling after?
He's sore. Yeah, he played obviously a lot of minutes, a lot of consecutive minutes, and I think almost 20 straight with the overtime before we went small to finish, just so we could switch a little bit of their late game stuff. But as expected, he's sore, but he did participate fully in practice today. It's just going to be something we have to continue to manage, continue to get treatment on. But he did respond pretty well to the last few days.
Casey, is he doing anything different the last couple of weeks? Is he just hot right now? Or what's going on?
Yeah, just he's playing with such great rhythm and confidence right now, and our guys are doing a great job screening him, and he's cutting with so much pace and purpose. And when teams are chasing him, he's doing a good job getting to the basket with that. And sometimes you just get that label as straight shooter, but what he's doing off the dribble right now and his cutting is really what's made him elite the last couple weeks of the season. And I think against was it Michigan or Penn State, Jameis, where he made 7 of his 8 twos, and a lot of that happened at the basket. So he's just really doing a good job reading the defense right now. And again, with Blaze and Derek out there, we really just went to an offense where we went to try to find and screen Casey as much as possible. And when they shut that off, we played through Derek again, and Derek made some great plays down the stretch for us in overtime. But Casey and Derek, the chemistry that they've shown together in two-man games where Casey comes off, or they play the get game, or Casey's in the corner with an open lane with the open offense, then Derek's doing a great job finding him. And then you look at Derek's assist numbers. I think before the last game, I think he was 15 assists and pretty low on his turnovers. And a lot of that is with Casey and his cutting.
Fans saw that in the Olympics. His ability to get to the rim, but it seems like it's more accentuated maybe this season. He's not a big guy. So, he has to do a lot of circus stuff around him to score. How much work does it take to just get that crafty and that much ability to do things around the rim that not everybody can do?
A lot of it's playing. He play one-on-one all the time. And I know there's been a lot of things about the relationship with those two guys in the last week. But, those guys play one-on-one pretty much every day. And he just forces Casey to shoot those tough high floaters over the top. But Casey has such a wide array of shots. We don't. Certainly a lot of the guys, shooting those little runners and pull-ups, contested, aren't great shots, but with Casey, he can make them, and he has to. A guy that size, you have to go into your bag of tricks and shoot the floater, shoot the runner, the up and unders. He just has a knack of scoring the basketball, and right now it's been fun. And listen, when you're making shots the way he is, you look at his percentages right now, over 50, over 40, and his free throw went under 90, I think, last week. But the percentages he's playing with right now, and that forces the defense has to get out and guard him. I mean, he's hitting threes 3, 4, 5 feet behind the line, and that's kind of what made him special in junior college. I think he was like 45% at shots over 25%, and he's starting to make those a little bit. So it just forces the defense out further, and that's what's opening up the lane for Casey is when you can step out and knock shots from that type of range.
Sometimes he'll do that big-time shot fake. I think he even did it with a minute and a half left. Do you always know what he's going to do there? Or?
Yeah, I don't know what that's all about. I just, but listen, he's the passion and the joy that he plays with. I'm never going to do anything to take that away from him. And he took a couple rushed ones, I thought, the other day, but he's gotten to the point where he's deserved, I think, a few of those heat check type shots. And again, it just the summer that Casey had, I think, is leading to some of the confidence that he's playing with right now when you're playing against the top talent in the world. And, I always point to that Australia game where he made 9 threes, and Australia's a really good, probably top 5 team in the world. So, Casey's, I think the confidence started last year, and it does. It takes junior college players some time to get used to, I think, the speed and the size, especially in the Big Ten. But he's handled it well. And the physicality, I mean, you see how teams are getting up underneath him now and, body checking him a little bit, but, it really doesn't faze him.
I know that Rutgers played 2 really good teams
Yeah.
last week, but do you see anything different about them without one of their stars?
No, I mean, listen, when you play 2 road games and, at Indiana and at Illinois, those are 2 of the harder places to play in the league, and both those teams are rolling right now. So, very competitive. They had a pretty significant lead in that game at Illinois before Illinois went on a big run in the second half. So it doesn't change anything. I mean, how hard it is to win on the road in this league, and I think you can just point to it, and it's as simple as that. We know they're going to have urgency, and we have to withstand the first run. The first 5 minutes are going to be very important tomorrow night in the game, because I know they're going to come out and play with great effort. They always do. It's what Peichel, it's what he does with his team. So, just a great opportunity for us. We got to go out there. We got nothing to lose. Just go out and play free and hopefully play well for 40.
What have you seen the impact that Cam Spencer has made as a transfer?
Yeah, he's been one of the top transfers in our league just with his ability to make shots. And, the thing that he's really been impressive with is his ability, to have deflections on the defensive end. He's number 1 in the league in steal rate, and McConnell's number 2. And he's so good and active with his hands, but his ability to make shots in a very difficult, just a high level degree of difficulty shots that he's making, transition, pump fake, off the dribble. He's very good off the dribble from the 3-point line as well, and he's crafty at the basket. So just, he's doing a really good job. And they've got guys that really create mismatches. Mulcahy, obviously McConnell, with their positional size, puts you in a difficult spot. So, Spencer plays really well off those guys, and, we're going to have to find him. We can't let him get free, especially in transition. All right, thanks, guys.